Welcome to this look at one of the main maps on Farming Simulator 25. That's right, on console, with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's true, I can hardly believe it myself. Farming Simulator 25 map tour on console. Oh, we're on HUTAN Pantai. There are some things I need to talk about. If you haven't watched the Riverbend Springs map tour, this is a slightly smaller map, shouldn't take as long. That being said, there's some stuff that's different in the main menus we need to talk about first. So when I do my map tours, usually I give you a slot count based upon new farmer, farm manager, and start from scratch, which you can see there. And again, we have got what the game has set as those standards. So 100,000 start money. We haven't got a start loan there. We've got economy difficulty easy. We go to farm manager, 1 million start money, which used to be 1,500,000, million. Start loan, economy difficulty normal, and then if we go to start from scratch, 500,000, start loan of 250 grand, and economy is on hard. But we can switch all of these up. As you can see, we've got no start farm, we've got no guided tour. If we go back to new farmer, we got both of those enabled. So I do want to start farm, but I don't want the guided tour. That's fine, I can turn those off. But I can change this. I can go up to start with 1 million if I want to. You can't come lower than 100,000, but you can lease and return equipment if you want to try and get it lower if you want. You can add a start loan if you want to make life difficult for yourself. It's up to you. And you can change your economy difficulty. Normally I do new farmer with normal economy. That's just how I play it. So you've got a lot of flexibility. So the slot counts I will talk about are based on what it gives you as standard. But that will obviously change if you decide to have the start farm. It may come with the equipment, it may not come with equipment, depending on what map. Obviously, these are the first two maps I'm doing map tours on. And I'm getting used to the menus, I'm getting used to the control systems. So we'll get round and we'll do the best we can. That's all I can guarantee. So we'll continue. We do have a government subsidy sign available at launch from Realismus Modding. I'm going to be using that because I'm going to need it for purchasing different plots of land and stuff like that. So same as usual, select or deselect mods when you've got them available. And this is our start screen. So HUTAN Pantai, it says down there as well how much money we've got. That will obviously change as you go through and play your game, and it will tell you your hours played as well. That's a nice touch. I like that screen. What we'll do, we'll jump ahead to 100%. Let's get in on the map and see what it's all about. There's something I might need to talk about actually. It depends if it does it. If it does it, I'll explain how to stop it, but we'll see. Now, bear in mind as well, I think at release, there will be another update for console, because the console versions of the game, there was a cut-off point, because obviously they had to be, if it was a hard copy, had to be made, stamped, printed, boxed up, shipped. So anything that Giants did to the game since then has to be added in as an update on console. So potentially on release day on the 12th on Tuesday, there may be an update. So some of these things may get tweaked a little bit still. So let's click on this. I said on the Riverbend Springs one as well, if you've watched that one already, but if you haven't, this is not a deep dive into the menus. There will be videos coming out on menus, there will be videos coming out on various different facets of the game. This is a map tour. There's a whole lot of customization options for your character, some new stuff, some stuff we're familiar with. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but we confirm that. Right, so you see at bottom left, you see those lights? Those three lights that are bottom left on the screen? When I came onto it a little while ago, there was a big pink square around that as well. The way I found of getting rid of that, and like I say, that may not happen with an update straight off the bat. I went into, let's go into this menu first. So we're going to our vehicles menu. If I click on a vehicle, go into the menu, you notice it's gone now, bottom left, those lights have disappeared. All I have to do is go into the garage menu. If it does it again, I can do that again. If I come back out again, they should have gone. There we go. I don't know why it's done it, and like I say, potentially on the release day that won't be a thing. If we come into this, no, not this one, we just did that one, this menu, so like I said, I'm trying to get used to these. We've got our map menu, we've got a crop calendar if you've got that switched on. We haven't got any animal pens yet. We've got contracts are available. This menu has contracts that are available, and it has contracts that are active. Still 3 contracts. Some of them a little bit dodgy now. There's going to be a video coming on contracts. Then we've got our productions. So you've got owned, And you've got what's available on the map. And that will depend, obviously, map to map. Good thing with this menu is you can go down and have a look at all the productions that are available and look at the recipes, what they do, before you buy them. I like that as a feature, because often you had to buy a production to see what it did, and it was a lot of money, potentially a lot of money to pay out, and you weren't necessarily sure what it'd be. So these ones that are on the map already, and then if we go into our build mode, then we've got options for placing other factories as well, but these are the ones that are on already. We've then got our prices menu. We come to the top, we've got our vehicles that we start with, your hand tools. I'm not going to that. This is a map tour, finances, and then our statistics. There are 25 collectibles. It's FS25 after all. I'm not going to talk about required mods because there aren't any. There are a lot of new mods in this game. Again, it's not a mod review. And obviously I would normally talk about custom crops. There's all the new stuff in game. As you can see down the side here, we've got buffalo milk bottled, we've got buffalo mozzarella, canned peas. If we come further down, all the stuff, or most of the stuff from Platinum expansion and Premium expansion have been added in. So we've got soups, we've got paper and cardboard cartons, we've got cement as new things, cement bricks, cement bags, we've got chili peppers. As we go further down, enoki, mushrooms, we've got a mushroom greenhouse we'll have a look at. We've got garlic, goat milk bottled, goat cheese, green beans. I think we've got kimchi and stuff. Jarred green beans, kimchi. There's a whole load of extra stuff. Napa cabbage, milk and milk bottled. All in alphabetical order as well this time. So yeah, whole load of stuff. And like I say, this is not necessarily a deep dive into the products and productions themselves. Rice saplings, rice rolls. I think there's rice packets, yeah, rice bags, rice boxes, loads. Then we come down to our settings. So what I've got to do now, I don't want an autosave interval. I want that set on real time for the time being. Crop destruction I'm going to turn off just in case I go across the field. Periodic ploughing on, the others I'll leave on, and then I want to turn off automatic engine start. Again, this is not, we're not going through all of these settings. If we come up to the top, go across to general, help windows on, interactive zone markers, info trigger. Right, we should be okay, I think. So our map looks like this. We've got some different settings on here now, and we've got some different icons. At the moment we're on crop types, so you can see what the crop types are. You can turn those on or off if you want to select or deselect, if you want to zoom in on a particular crop type you're looking for. If we go across, we've got our growth. It's taking longer to load up than I thought it would. Come on, growth. Go to soil composition. Did soil composition. Go back to growth. There we go. Soil composition, hotspots. Farmland is the one you want to look at for seeing what you own already. So this is what we start with on New Farmer on here. And then if we look at plots, field prices and plots aren't too expensive. Nothing break the bank, nothing crazy. There are certain plots you can't buy. Biogas plant, when you buy it, you will get the land, you will own it. I'm going to put some government subsidy signs in, but also notice that the icons, if I go, we've also got, hang on, let's click on that. Why is that not? There we go. We've got create job and we've got active workers on that top menu as well. So they've moved over from FS22. If I go back along to crop types, you'll see now that our icons are slightly different. So we've got these ones here are sell point storage. For example, this is a silo. We've got our yellow icons, sleep triggers and NPCs on the map. Blue triggers now are our productions. So various different productions are shown with blue like a factory on them. We've got blue ones, darker blue ones are things like gas stations, lime stations. Lime stations will do lime and they will also do solid fertilizer as well now. Now some of these can be purchased, which will then turn them into factories. Some of them are just sell points, so it will depend as we go around. It'll become clearer. We've got NPCs and stuff as we go around. But like I say, there are some areas we can't purchase. That's fairly normal. What else was I going to show? Build mode. I mean, build mode, to be fair, that's going to be a video on its own right. We've got various different sections for our build mode, including sculpting, fencing. There's a whole load of stuff. Again, like this is a map tour, not necessarily zooming in specifically on that. So we're going to start here at our start farm. sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. Grandpa water, the NPCs are the same on both maps. There's our wardrobe trigger. Our sleep trigger is a little bit different now. We can set our time in half-hour increments any time in the day. So if you want to go from now and go for a nap and then get up later on in the day, it's not up till 9 o'clock and then you have to go round to the entire next day. You can just go in increments if you want to, which is very cool. Like that a lot. Start equipment and machinery. We've got one of the new mini lorries, as I refer to them. The silo there is 150,000 litre silo, standard crop types, not multi-fruit. Obviously, it's, you know, it's base game stuff. We've got one of our little RP tuk-tuk, Massey harvester and header trailer. Over here we do have some bees, but what we don't have, interestingly, on HUTAN PANTAI at the start, and again this may change for release day, there's no spawn point for the honey pallets, so you'd have to place one if you wanted to. Like I say, on release that may have changed. And then just up here I think we've got, where's Ben? Ben's up here. Grandpa Walters, best mate, best buddy in the whole world. You can come and talk to him as an NPC, and yeah, various different information he will pass on, potentially contracts and things as well. If we come up from the back of the farm, more equipment and machinery. We've got our rice planter, we've got our rice harvester we start with, just over here. Some sheds and shed space. We have got a seeder, cultivator, tractor just there. A couple of different buildings and sheds. Over here we've got a mushroom greenhouse, this is very cool. Requires water, so we do start with this one already. If we open it up. Depends if you're a fun guy. It had to be done, didn't it? So gnocchi and oyster mushroom, that requires water for them to run, and it tells you the recipes there. So 1 to 5 for the gnocchi, or gnocchi is it? And then 1 to 3 for the oyster mushrooms. And if we come out of there now, because I've switched that on now, let's turn that off. That's interesting. Right, so we can turn our torch on and off, but the menu's different now. With the help window open, top left, you do that with help window and then up on the D-pad, so it's not just up and down the D-pad anymore. You have to actually manipulate it using the shoulder buttons as well. We do start with a couple of rice fields and stuff here at the main farm. These are ready to harvest, so there'll be no need for the pumps or anything like that on this one. Again, there'll be a video coming, hopefully, if I can get them all done in time. Then we've got our rice sapling greenhouse just here. Manage our production, there you go. So our rice saplings, and with these as well, we have got the option to that. If we change output, we've got storing, selling and distributing, the same as it was with productions on FS25, which is pretty cool. This is a 3-to-1 with the rice saplings. But there's our sapling greenhouse. So what we're going to do is let's go and we'll grab the lorry, might as well. The level of detail, the fidelity, I have to say I'm very impressed with, generally speaking. If you've watched the Riverbend Springs one, I kept saying the same thing on there. What I'm liking, oh, that's the other thing I haven't shown you. If this is your first map tour, because I'm on console, third person, come on. What I'm liking is, I know not everyone will like it. The mist and fog will depend on time of day, time of year, temperature, all sorts of stuff. But what I like is, like, when I zoom in on the character and you look behind, it does get a little bit blurry in the distance, but that's almost, to me, I'm taking that as almost like a camera focus. It's focused on the object in front of me and a little bit blur in the background. I haven't noticed, it's not, to me, been a problem. So, slot count. On, actually, let's go into the vehicle menu. 992 on New Farmer. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, 923. Difference is you don't have the machinery and equipment here. We do have the option of a Skoda here as well, if you want a Skoda. That pickup, the International, was on the Riverbend Springs one, I used that. The Aprilia, I'm not sure about that at the moment. It seems a little bit squirrely. It seems to go all over the place. I'm not 100% raving about it, I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be better, and I'll be honest, and I'm being totally honest, on FS22 there have been plenty of modders that have made better versions. Oh, that's what I need to do, I need to put some money in. Bear with me, I'm just playing by the side of the road. There's nice sound effects on gravel and stuff as well. I'm just going to put some money in, then we'll carry on. Bear with me 1 second. That should help a little bit. Let's carry on. So like I said, I know people are, oh, it's mist and fog simulator. The mist and fog does go away different points in the day. It sits longer in low-lying areas, but as you can see further over, it's not in the higher bits. It goes. Don't worry, it's all good. I'm going to head down into the town. I'll do what I usually do, hopefully. Show you where I am, where we've been, where we're going. I mean, the sound effects generally I'm finding pretty cool. One thing I know, when we had the early access, when we did the FS25 preview event, and I did my video, people were saying there's no footsteps. And to be fair, there weren't. But if I get out now, I don't know if you can hear them. There are footsteps now. I know third person might annoy people, and if you don't want to use third person, you don't have to. I'm going to, because I think it's cool. But that's just me. Right, now I'm going to go the wrong route here, aren't I? I need to make sure I go the right way, because these are actually signposted a certain direction. Please tell me to go that way. No. Why is it all one way the wrong way? Well, it depends on your perspective, of course. I think it's the wrong way, but of course it's probably not. Yeah, it's all the wrong way. David lives down here. We've seen Walter, we've seen Ben. Where is he? There he is, look. Creepy David. Fled the city. I know I said it the last one, but there he is. So we can come over here, talk to him, start conversations, find out information, the do's and don'ts, maybe a little bit about himself, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Again, this is not a deep dive on the actual NPCs. Please don't think I'm. There we go. Is he going to turn down here? Yes, he is. I'll move out of the way. Since I shouldn't have been there. To our right, we have got our bakery, or a bakery, say our bakery. Just stop there and hold the traffic. And like I've said, or maybe I haven't said on this one, we can buy all these. I've got enough money to. So the bakery, 150 grand. I will say this: the main facilities on the map, so it's now under our owned, under bakery. And we go across, we've got different recipes now. So we've got bread with normal flour, bread with rice flour, cake with normal flour, cake with rice flour. But what is also interesting, on the side here, where it says ingredients, butter, eggs, flour, milk, bottled, it's quite specific. Rice flour, strawberries and sugar, we've got our recipes there. If we come across back to here, and go up to there and go to available, again we can come into here and we can have a look at all the various different stuff. So we can check out the recipes and stuff before we get going. I like that as an option. I like to know that we can see what's needed before purchasing. What I'm also going to do, have I got time to do it now? Let's go into here. That one or this one? It's not either of those. Build mode, like I said, menus. If we go to, we're on factories. We go up there and go across to our factories and then scroll down. We've got all our standard factories, big factories, you know, big old productions. But what's cool is, again, you might have seen this already, if we come further down, we've got all the same productions but smaller, on a smaller farm scale, much cheaper. The recipes and stuff aren't as big. So what I'm saying, the ones that are showing in the other menu are ones that are already on the map, but obviously under factories we've got other ones we can place, including these cheaper options. So if you want to get into any of these productions without spending a fortune on factories, you can. I think that's brilliant. I like that. So hop back and out of vehicular mode of transportation. We'll go again. I'm probably going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, that's me all over. So I'll get out of the way. This foreign idiot turning up on our shores. So up around here we have got the farmers market sell point. So the farmers market sell point is just here. Now I'm going to double check that. Yeah, as far as I know that's the sell point. That's interesting, because that is showing on the map. I'm sure that was a sell point. Farmers market visit take place. Yeah. And I think if so, the other farmers market is still different benches and things, I think these will fill up with all the produce because it's showing the different things up there, garlic and spinach and chilies and all the rest of it. So we're going to come out of here and head down towards the harbour. Hopefully I'm going the right way this time, maybe not. We are this time. There's some brilliant... I mean, I said this on the other map tour, I can't show everything. There are some awesome signs, some very cleverly done, like real good play on words. I'm just... if I stop, I won't get it finished. Let's head around to the main harbour. So we've got the harbour sell point, which is up around here. This is the harbour grain elevator. So that's interesting because that other one is showing like it's got a build menu, the farmers market. That should be the icon for dropping off, but there wasn't anything showing that it was requiring building that I could see. Yeah. So from the grain elevator, we're going to go kind of across the harbour. We're going to cut this way? Yeah. There's got to be stuff to be searched. There's got to be stuff you need to look for, you know? Because I could go in there and I could look at soy story too. Had time even speaking then. Very, very cool. So, just outside here, is this the sugar mill? I'm sure this was the sugar mill. This wasn't just down as a sell point, I'm sure it wasn't. Appear to have lost the... Oh, it's over there, look. Went straight past it, because they're not blue anymore. So there you go, 240 grand, bit pricey, but we'll grab it anyway. So our sugar mill, sugar beet cut, sugar beet and sugar cane. Recipes are going to be slightly different because it's showing it all differently now. What I do like is and I might have mentioned this a couple of times now, these menus are much clearer. I prefer this style. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to, that's all. I like the fact as well on the right hand side it shows you the capacities as well, because we don't always get that. I didn't get on FS25 when I was doing mod reviews. Often you'd have to fill something up to work out what the capacity was. I'm hoping as modders start bringing stuff out, that'll be a standard feature, that it will tell you what the capacities are in the mode anyway. That'll be quite cool. So from our sugar mill, we've got our oil mill just there. Again, fairly pricey, but we've got the new oils. We've got rice oil from long grain rice and rice oil from normal rice. And we've got our canola, olive and sunflower oils that we're used to. Again, very cool. From here then, what was next? There's so much to see and do. Just across the way here. Probably going to block pedestrians, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Carpentry, again 300 grand. Whoa, it's up there. So planks long, planks and furniture from wood. Doesn't mention anything about wood chip anymore. Was it always a byproduct on carpentry? I'm sure it was. It might have just been sawmill. But as you can see, when we get to sawmill, Platinum expansion stuff, and I mentioned already premium expansion stuff, is more base game. Interestingly, the ironwork stuff isn't. The iron ore and the metal fabrication isn't, which I thought would be. Next up along the way, well, this one was just a sell point, I think, wasn't it? I've lost my piece of paper. Yeah, dairy. So this is interesting. This was the same on Riverbend Springs. The dairy is only on here, this one, as a sell point, not as a production. There are production dairies available, but this is the sell point. And then if we go from here, we've got the cannery out here on the docks as well. I haven't been looking for collectibles or anything like that. I don't tend to on a map tour unless they're glaringly obvious. Over there we've got a lime station. Actually, I might be able to do it with this back on it actually, but let's just do on here first. To the cannery, words at 330,000. So canned peas, green beans, kimchi, noodles, soups with various different flours, beetroot, carrot, parsnip preserves, rice bags, rice boxes, spinach in a bag. All sorts of cool stuff to be doing at the canning factory. Like that a lot. Lime station. Oh. Just say start filling. So lime stations now, lime and solid fertiliser, not just lime, which is pretty cool. Now we've got a couple of tunnels there. Those tunnels are drive-throughable. They will take you out. Let's go to the map actually. We haven't been to the map for a little while, have we? We need to go up to the top there. So we started over our start farm just here. We wound our way down. Which way did I go? This way. I went to David's, around the wrong way, around the one-way system. Bakery, and up there to this. Well, I'll say it's supposed to be a sell point for the farmers market. We then came out there to the grain elevator out on the docks. Sugar mill, oil mill, carpentry, dairy sell point, cannery, and lime station. We're just going to go across there to the spinnery. The spinnery is fairly standard. We'll get it anyway. Oh, that's what I was going to show you, wasn't I? So this tunnel here runs through out onto the main highway route type thing. Either side of that. The train is a different line. Don't worry, we're not going onto the train line. You can come on and off that in different places. Another tunnel there. You come on and off there. It's very cool. I like it a lot. It's a nice feature. Very clever. So across to the spinnery. It's lovely gardens. And we get out to the countryside as well, up on the hillside. I think I showed it when I got my early access, because I only managed to do HUTAN PANTAI. I didn't manage to get round Riverbend Springs. Pantai Police. Well, there you go. There's lovely sound of wind chimes. It's just, yeah, really good. All the signposts. There's such a level of detail. So, just here. There's our spinnery, and like I said, fairly standard. Fabric from cotton, fabric from wool, with our recipes on there as well. From here then, I can remember the route I was going. No, maybe. I'm going to start to head out of town now. In a minute. So, we're heading up to the warehouse. There's a rent train point up here as well. So you can load stuff on or take stuff off, it's up to you. It's not a train silo, but for things like pallets and that, I reckon it'd be perfect. And it works out quite well because this is the warehouse up here as well. So we've got a warehouse sell point. Yeah, that's showing the same thing again. Different icon. Again, maybe that'll get tweaked. So, there's the sell point just there. We come over here. This is our warehouse. We can purchase stuff. So if you don't want to go through the rigmarole, if you think it's a rigmarole of producing your own things, we can come in here and buy various different things that will help in your productions should you need them. You can buy them in amounts. There you go. For example, Napa cabbage. Haven't shown the greenhouses in the build mode, but we have got some extra stuff in there as well. Let's say, for example, we've purchased those. These should be, are they outside or they're on the dock? I didn't actually do this bit off camera. I should have done, to see where it actually puts them. Where are they? Oh, there. There you go. There's our cabbage pallets. We can then come and collect those, take them where we want to, whatever we want to do with them. And then we have got, just out here, our rent train point. Train will go past at some point. And there's that highway that I was talking about. On and off ramps, brings you up onto the highway. And then that runs along parallel. Biogas plant is over there. We're going to head over to in a minute. See what I mean about that kind of, I'm in the foreground in focus and then it's blur in the background. It kind of gets blurry as you go. I don't know how people feel about that. I kind of like that. Right then. Let's take our mini lorry. It's a big old culvert, I suppose overflow river. Should it be required? I think I'm going the right way. There's a lot going on. No, I'm not. Hang on. Oh, there we go. What's that turning? It always makes me smile. It's like when you get to do, I've done, you know, when you do map tours in FS25, you're 3 years into playing the game. 3 years of muscle memory, 3 years of understanding the menus, what buttons to press. I still used to get buttons wrong on that as well. But all the features and facets and all the stuff that you just understand, you have an innate understanding of, because it's been such a long time. And then we talked about this, a couple of weeks ago with FS25 coming out. That the slate gets wiped clean with regard to mods and maps and everything. You know, all the stuff you got used to using, you don't have anymore. So, 2,032,979 for the biogas plant. And that will give us our manure, silage, slurry, sugar beet cut, regular things in and out. Digestate, it does say methane, electric charge as well. If it's like the normal ones, those are what you get paid for, and then digestate sits in the tank. And what should also happen if we go to our menu now and we go along to not that one, we need to go to farmland. You'll see now the land the biogas plant is on, we own. Very nice. We need to go from there. Where was I going next? I can't remember. Oh, kind of. Back to the main road. Follow that one. So we'll go straight across. Maybe? We'll do that. Let's go that way until something else presents itself. Then we'll go up into the hills as well. There's a couple of plots we need to purchase. Actually, I probably should have done those prior, but that's all right. Keep on rocking and rolling. We've got a gas station and an electric charger point coming up. So this is the big culvert, washout, overspill. Wrong way? I'm saying no, but potentially yes. I know we're going the right way. Just keep an eye on my mini map, that's all. There we go. Gas station and electric charge point is over here. I'm going to head up to the temple grounds. See, the mist is still hanging around where the water is as well, which gives you a very realistic feel for that. So gas station, electric charge point. Let's head up. I'm sure I came down this way in the tuk-tuk when I did the early access, well not the preview event, should I say. I suppose it was technically early access. All out. So the temple situation is very much like the Silver and roller coaster. It's a one-shot deal. Once it's built, it's built. It's not a repeatable process like some of them you can purchase and you can do multiple times, like the piano building and the wagon building and various different things like that. This is a one-shot situation. So we hop out. We'll see just over here in bottom right it tells you what's needed to start off with: planks, long and cement bags. And then if we go actually up onto the not sure I'm supposed to be sloshing when I'm on a bridge. That's curious. So as you bring stuff up here, it will gradually build the temple up on top of the hill. Wouldn't that be a cool thing? I don't know how I feel about it. Because Giants put out so much information, so many trailers, so many visuals, so many blog posts. The problem is, for me, we already know what that temple looks like. The surprise is kind of gone a little bit. Don't know, does anyone else feel the same way? You know, that thing with the roller coaster, I suppose we saw images of the roller coaster. It's still that cool thing of when it's done, being able to go and have a look at it close up. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm being a negative Nelly, I should stop. Back down the hill. We're going to head across. We've got a large plot to buy which has got a farm on it. I think we've got a couple of farm plots we'll buy. We'll have a look at the map when we get down there. I'll show you, and I'll buy both the plots now, so at least we can see them. There's me saying this map's smaller, shouldn't take as long. Oh, there's just so much to get in. But you could do a video just on the menus. So we get to this junction here, we're going to turn down here. There's a farm just over there to the right. We need to buy that plot and that'll give us some more icons. I think we've got a greenhouse over there as well, if I recall. I've done this the right way. Yeah, there we go. So, stop there. Back to our map. We are now at this location. So this is plot... Was this plot 4? Yes. 480,696 when we purchase that plot. There you go. Our new icons appear. So we have got... Let's jump out. Greenhouse. There you go. So this is a standard greenhouse. So we've got chili peppers, garlic, lettuce, napa cabbage, spring onion, strawberries and tomatoes. So our extra ones being the spring onion, napa cabbage, garlic and chili peppers. It's cool having some extra stuff in. And then, like I say, where that's going to end up, we know there's the cannery that does various different things. We've got kimchi, we've got various different goods that can be produced. It'd be interesting to see what other productions... I'd like to see like a restaurant not just a sell point, but a restaurant where you can go and you can deliver stuff and it produces a meal kind of thing, you know? Takeaway deliveries, that's what we need. Farmer Eats, we'll call it. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger, just here. If we come around the back of the building, got plenty of barn and building space. And things like this, look. Like the aircon fans going. Little details, but it's all there. Around the back, fuel point. Just there. I didn't show that on Riverbend Springs, did I? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Sliding scale for our incremental increase of purchasing fuel for the farm. 150,000 litre silo just here as well at this farm. So, big bit of land too. Not bad really. Cool, what I'm going to do is come back to the map, because I'm pretty sure, where was it? I think it was out here. Was it plot 60? Plot 60, yes. If I buy that, there you go. So that's another farm up there, which we'll get to in a little while. I don't think I need to buy any of the others just yet. No, don't think so. Right, from here then, let's go back to our pickup. Where did I leave the pickup? How? I've lost my lorry. I was around here. Might be a new game. Same me. Of course it is. So we head out to the vehicle shop with workshop trigger. Workshop menu is slightly different now. Gas station just there. Sort of more bumpy inside. I'm pretty sure when I was talking to Kermit and he was saying about the like I said, the potential update on release day, it might be the day after, it depends. Some of them are physics based. I'm sure it was mentioned about vehicles bumping. It might be that. So vehicle shop, workshop trigger. This is also the reset point of the map as well. So you'll see the menu slightly different here as well now. We go to our vehicle shop. There we go. So that's our vehicle. Down the bottom right you've got repaint, repair, customise. So our options and stuff are still the same, but it's just a very different, again I think a much cleaner, crisper looking menu. It's going to be tricky to get you know, could Giants have left them the same? Should they have left them the same? That's only because we were just used to them a certain way. There's our trigger there for our workshop. Like I say, reset point is here as well. Yeah, I think just because we were used to them a certain way, it's very easy to say, "Oh, I should have left them alone," because we just want things to remain. I mean, I'm no different to anybody else. Change is bad. Keep everything how we like it and how we know it. So, let's head up onto the hill, shall we? Right at the top, we have a restaurant sell point we're going to head to now. Take the route round. Got that lovely housing again. We have seen images, saw some images of this prior to release, or prior to this point. This is steep. I'll say this is coping admirably. I thought this was going to slow right down. I didn't use this vehicle when I did my prep. Should have done. What a beast. It certainly gets going, doesn't it? Giddy up. Right. This is beautiful. Really is beautiful. Now up on here, I'm going to stop here. Restaurant sale point is just here. I'm just going to hop out. what I also like in the new version of the game in third person. You can do slow-mo. It's brilliant, isn't it? Look at that. You can go full Baywatch. There's no swimsuit option, is there? Anyway. Sorry, I don't know why. How bizarre. It wouldn't be a map tour from MrSealyp if it didn't say something weird. And possibly a little bit creepy. Right. From here, we are heading a certain direction. I can't remember. So it might be you get a contract that says you need to deliver to the restaurant, because you might look and think, why would I take stuff all the way up there? It might be a contract. If you've got the option to pick and choose where you go, maybe you wouldn't, but we're going to take the route round. The sawmill is just down there, below us. We're going to take the route round. Quite, just got caught on the ground then. The gravel to the side, that felt like it pulled the vehicle. Still no, not force feedback, you know what I mean? It needs a rumble feature. I still think, especially on consoles, PS5 now, there's plenty of games that have a rumble feature. I think when you go over rough terrain, bumps and stuff, there should be just a little bit of feedback. Now maybe I'm missing something. I don't think there's anything in the settings for it. So at the sawmill is where we're going to encounter Noah. Did we get there? There we go. So here's our sawmill. The Moon Bear Sawmill. Just here. Where's our... I thought this was a production. Oh, it's over there. Over there. There we go. 300 grand, oof. Planks long, planks, prefab wall, wood beams. Can all be made here. If you want to know anything about forestry or how to have a fantastic looking tash, you can come and speak to Noah. Look at that. Glorious thing. That lovely badosh. Wonderful. That's Noah. I'm sure someone will go through and they will go and do... It will just be a video on the NPCs and everything they say, I would imagine. I think that's something to be left as something to find, you know. Not everyone's going to use them. I know there's been a lot of scepticism, I suppose. People are saying, well, there's no point. If you know how to play the game, why do you need to go there? There'll be a lot of people that are new to the game that don't know how to. It's a good way of getting advice. I mean, personally, I would always turn to a YouTuber. I would, you know, if I'm looking for how to do something, there's probably going to be guide videos and how-to videos out there, I would think. But it's a nice thing to have in game. And if there are occasions where they give you a bit of information or they might give you a job to do, then I don't see why. Yeah, that's not a bad thing at all. Personally, we're coming up on the animal dealer, where Katie is stationed, waiting to speak to us. So Katie is just here. There you go. All things animal related, we can talk to Katie. Animal dealer point is just here. We've got a buy point and a sell point. So there's our sell point for the animal dealer, buy point for manure. We've also got a buy point around the other side for slurry. Animals and their pains, we can't actually do anything with them, but guts, very nice. Lime station as well for lime station, solid fertilizer as well. All very nice here at the animal dealer. From here, I'm pretty sure. I was a bit surprised actually there wasn't a sell point up here. There's a rent train point just a bit further out. And it's really nice, there's a load of detail up here. But I suppose if you want to load, well, it might be lumber from up on the hillside, I don't know, whatever it might be. Could be pallets and stuff. So we've got a couple of load points here. Big long platform. got these buildings here. So Pantai Station. And this lovely little train car restaurant thing, which I thought would be perfect for a sell point, but there's not a sell point there. And unfortunately you can't buy the land here. But we hop out. Up here on the platform. Rent train. So I say, you might have something you need to get from someone up in the village, might need something delivered, who knows. So, Pantai Station. Off next to the grain elevator sell point. Encountered a huge amount of traffic actually. Literally just there. Grain elevator sell point. We go further under, we've got the grain mill. So just over here. There we go, 288 gram for the grain mill. We've got barley, flour, oat flour, rice flour from long grain rice, rice flour from normal rice, sorghum and wheat flour. And they do come out as two separate products. We've got outgoing product flour and rice flour because various different other things do require them in different amounts. That's our grain mill. Then up the hill, it's a little farm. This is quite cool because this showcases one of the small productions as well, up on the hillside. We'll take the little track out here. Oh, that's steep. So we have a silo over to the side there. That brick looking one is a 75,000 litre silo. We've got a lime station and a fuel point just in there. We come up onto the raised platform just up here. We've got our sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger just here, up here. I love the fact that all the buildings, all the houses look slightly different as well. Sheds and buildings for storage of equipment and machinery. If we come over here, we've got a mini sawmill. So this is one of the smaller productions, which is quite cool. So yeah, so we can do the same stuff. Wood planks long, wood planks and wood beams. We can't do the prefab walls here, but we can do all of those. So on a smaller scale, and a lot cheaper. 36 grand for one of the small ones, as opposed to 200, 300,000, whatever it might be, for the larger ones. I like the fact these have been added in. I think that's very cool. And that is HUTAN PANTAI. And the scary thing is, like I say, because it's all new, because the game's all new, whilst yes, that is the map tour, that is the map, and I've shown you all the stuff on there, it's barely scratching the surface of what the game has to offer. So obviously the game is a whole different thing compared to the map in its own right. But there you go. HUTAN PANTAI. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.